Hello, coolers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest stories. We start with Dutch duo Memphis Depay and Frenkie de Jong, as it has been reported that Barcelona prioritized the sale of the Dutch duo, hoping to earn up to 100 million euros. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about the search for a new defender by Barca, it has been reported that Barcelona are set to make an important offer for this veteran Athletic Bilbao defender, Iñigo Martinez. So we are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into those stories in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you're a lover of FC Barcelona, don't hesitate to do so. Also consider giving the video a like and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end.
Barca! Barca!
Going into the summer transfer window, Barcelona had far more players to offload than those to bring in. However, they have already completed the signing of Frenkie, Andres Christensen, Rafinha, and Robert Lewandowski without properly offloading the deadweight in that team. Francisco Trincao, Clement Lenglet, and Philippe Coutinho have brought in a combined 20 million euros, with only the Brazilian living on a permanent transfer. Departures are of utmost priority for Barcelona as they hope to raise money to sign new players and register existing ones. As such, they have prioritized the sale of Frenkie de Jong and Memphis Depay, according to Sport. Xavi has been informed about the decision as they hope to raise nearly 100 million euros combined from the two exit operations. De Jong was Xavi's first choice central midfielder alongside Pedri last season. However, he also happens to be the only expendable asset in the team who can firstly not do a lot of damage in the team with his exit, and secondly bring in a ton of money. Of course, he has been linked with a move to Manchester United all summer, with Chelsea creeping in behind. In fact, Barcelona have already reached an agreement with Man United about a transfer fee in the region of 85 million euros, including add-ons, but the player refuses to move on. There is a myriad of reasons for that, but mostly it comes down to his dream of playing for Barcelona. The situation of Memphis Depay, on the contrary, is quite different. Memphis was Barca's top scorer last season without playing a lot, but finds himself in the 7th choice option ahead of next season after the signing of Rafinha and Lewandowski. Reports have suggested that the Dutch striker has turned down a move to Tottenham Hotspur and is ready to fight for his place under manager Xavi. Memphis has a price tag of around 25 million euros on him. Given that he is on the last year of his contract, Barcelona can however extend him in the hopes of luring in more money. That will certainly be a risky operation. Departures have not really been that effective as we could have hoped. That's just the truth. Because when last season was ending, there was a lot of talk about Barca must offload a ton of players, like a lot of them, so that we can balance the books, so that we can clear the dead weight from the squad. And of course, also considering that we are into a transition. Xavi has a project. Laporta has a project with Xavi that they want to bring back Barcelona the way it was before. And it's never easy to do it, right? Normally, players must be sacrificed. There are players that must be sacrificed. You can't build something without destroying another. So far, even though departures have not been that effective, just 2 players or 3 players have gone, but there's about 6 or 7 of them still there that needs to be removed from the roster, for which Barca have not done that. But hopefully they do, because it's quite important for them to release some of those players who are not playing regularly and sitting on the bench. But the other players, there are some players that, they have also been mentioned a lot when it comes to potential exit, but whose names have not been that familiar when it comes to Barcelona's transfer list or transfer exit list. Memphis Depay and Frenkie de Jong. Memphis Depay has been a player that we have been speaking about a lot this summer when it comes to his future. His future has been so uncertain. A lot have been spoken about him not potentially being at Barca next season, which is very, very likely, as Lewandowski have been signed alongside Rafinha, and now Xavi has 2 players per position when it comes to the front line. I'm talking about players excluding Memphis Depay. We have 6 reliable forwards. Memphis Depay is a 7th choice. So it's going to be very difficult to see Barca keeping hold of Memphis again for next season. The player is even making things complicated because he has rejected a move to Tottenham Hotspur in the Premier League, even though Tottenham have been insisting like 2 or 3 times to get the player, but to no avail. Then talking about Frenkie de Jong, of course, it's no secret we know about his future a lot. Man United have been there for a couple of months. Erik ten Hag is pushing for a move, but to no avail. The player does not want to leave, despite a total agreement between Manchester United and FC Barcelona, worth 85 million euros, including add-ons. So those two Dutch players, their future is up in the air, and no one can say at this very point in time if those two will stay or one person will leave, the other stay, or because normally Barcelona will have no problem whatsoever for letting those two leave, because that is what Barca want. Barca are expecting up to 100 million euros, from those players' departures, Memphis Depay and Frenkie de Jong. But the players are adamant on staying. That is where the problem lies. Then on to the next story of discussion. As Barcelona continue to push for reinforcements in a highly busy summer transfer window, the defense now seems to be the main focus. The pursuit of Jules Koundé has been a widely followed transfer saga, but according to recent reports, he seems a lot closer to Chelsea, despite the Frenchman having held out for an offer from Barcelona. As a result, new reports from journalist Iigo Martinez advanced that the Catalans are now set to turn their eyes towards experienced Athletic Bilbao defender Iñigo Martinez. The report states that the Barcelona sporting director Mateo Alemany has gotten in touch with Athletic Club president Juan Uriarte to let him know that an offer for Iñigo Martinez is on the cards. Martinez has been linked to Barca in the past since he was at Real Sociedad, and on one hand, the Spaniard is a solid defender with good knowledge and experience in La Liga, but on the other, he is 31 and would be another short-term fix. The former Real Sociedad defender was also spotted at the Barcelona airport a couple of months ago when the club's interest was rumored to be at a high. His contract runs out in the summer of 2023, so he could be a fairly cheap acquisition. Barcelona have been doing all that they can to create a competitive side immediately, even with their older signings to try and fast-track on-field success. Iñigo Martinez would be another shorter-term asset and little resale value. However, central defenders often stay in their prime for 3 or 4 years past 30, so he could still be an important asset. Even so, player sales will be crucial if there are any more reinforcements to be made. A few hours back, we did report how the race for Koundé is all but over for FC Barcelona, as they have surrendered to Chelsea. It looks like an impossible task for them, except things take a magical turn, because you never know this transfer window, right? So Iñigo Martinez of Athletic Club Bilbao have been monitored. The whole of today we have been getting reports of Martinez being linked, and a lot have been spoken about his age. Will Barca be making a good decision going for Iñigo Martinez? That guy is a very, very solid and good defender. He have never played for a bigger club, but I think, his age can be a factor that you can make you wonder. Leaving your sights on a 23-year-old defender in Koundé to start monitoring a 31-year-old defender. But nonetheless, Barcelona want to do all that they can to make sure that the centre-back role is being reinforced, which I think it will be, but we don't know. Pau Torres have been linked, and now Iñigo Martinez. I have been saying this quite a good number of times. Pau Torres is the ideal candidate for me, as Jules Koundé's transfer looks impossible. So let's hope that Barcelona go for Pau Torres. Or let me say, let's hope they go for the best defender out there who can come as an alternative for Jules Koundé. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.